Hello everyone, my name is Ellis Owens. I go by my Air Force call sign, which is my gamer tag, Clark Kent 434. Today guys, I'm bringing, it's more news basically, but I mean, it's great news. And we've got some interesting news to talk about, and you might see it in the headlines. There's more updates coming, grenade buffs and weapon buffs, and coming, looks like in February. More patches, and I'm really excited. So what we have coming up, going into the grenades, the first thing that they're going to do is they are going to increase the flashbangs and hand flares from 2 to 3, and I think that is greatly needed, and will help balance the game better and make it more of more useful. I mean, those are, you know, grenades that you use kind of as a support tool. They mentioned that hand flares, you used to be able to only carry 1, now you can carry 3. They did mention hand flares are mainly a comic relief, and they're really just used to blind night vision goggles. But you know, that is good that they have increased them, and you know, now that you can carry more, you can be more tactical. So I think that's a really good thing. The M84 flashbangs, they are going to get a boost. They're going to see an increase in the effective range on friendly and enemy players. Now, one thing is to note, when friendly fire is off, which is not playing hardcore, friendlies will only receive half the effective duration. So if you're playing core, you only get 50%. Also the duration has been increased from 4 seconds to 5, so it lasts 5 seconds, and also remember that effectiveness is increased, so it's 5 seconds increased effectiveness. They also have increased their range where they feel the flash, so it's more effective. It's a bigger area, so bigger area lasts a second longer, and is more effective. That stronger bright light. So that's a win-win-win. So I'm really looking forward to looking at the flashbangs. You know, now they said that, you know, with the range increase and the effects increase and it lasts a second longer, you know, the players will actually feel the effects, and also players not looking at it, they'll feel the effects of the flashbang. So I mean, I expect that there's going to be some sound distortion. You won't hear stuff, there'll be a ringing or something. So this sounds really cool. I'm really excited that they're going to do that. Also in the grenades, they're going to be changing the Argos, or the impact grenades. They're reducing their damage or they're increasing their damage, I should say that. It's a little buff from 67 to 80. But however, they're going to reduce their range of explosions. So the range is not as big. The reason why they're doing this, because right now the impact grenades are one-hit kill on hardcore. So they said the impact grenades are really a high accuracy grenades. People are really noticed to be high accuracy, and they have good damage values in core. So they don't want to change them too much. So they figured out the best thing with impact is, because it's a high accuracy grenade, it would make sense to leave it where it is and still just, you know, tone it down where it's where it's still a one-hit kill in core, but not so much a one-hit where it reduces the one-hit kill range in hardcore, because the range is probably pretty good size on hardcore and too many people get killed in it. So even though they increase the damage, the range is going to be reducedly the radius, or I should say, because the same thing as range, is going to be reduced. So you're going to have to be, you know, still precise, but you know, it is an accuracy grenade that, according to their data, they have. So I'm kind of glad they did that, because I mean, it is going to pay off. If you're going to run it, that means you got to be precise to land the grenades. I mean, you'll definitely kill a person, but you got to be precise. And so that will be, I'm glad to see that. Also, the last thing they're going to do, grenades, they are going to reduce the visual audio effects of the V4 minis. had to make it to similar blast effects of other grenades. Now I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to mean. They are also going to decrease the maximum damage from 80 down to 60. So this is going to get a not a buff, but a decrease. It's going to get a nerf. And they're going to decrease the range of which the maximum damage is applied. So I was pretty shocked about that. Now players can still have 3 grenades, and it still takes 2 grenades to kill and core. But they said basically right now the V4 minis are superior compared to the standard M67s, which the M67s is the default grenades that you get, which are basically the most powerful ones in there, but you know, they have a fuse. And the reason why they did this was mainly to balance it them in hardcore, but while keeping their effectiveness in core. So I thought that was very, very cool that they were, you know, doing that, and so I was, you know, very very excited that they have done that. So moving on, some of the other things that they're going to do, we're going to talk about some weapons. So first thing, weapons wise, they are going to be balancing the DMRs. They're going to be increasing the damage in the DMRs, where they're all 3-hit kills against unarmored targets. Unarmored means not having the defensive perk. So I think that's good. They're also going to try to reduce the penalty for accuracy for sustained DMR fire, allowing more rapid follow-up shots in combat, so you can be a little bit more spammable. So the accuracy is not going to be, you know, I'm not going to take a hit. So they said the amount of damage does vary to weapon to weapon depending on the range and rate of fire, but they're going to try to monitor the DMRs. They're going to see how it goes. They still need to make, they said, a viable DMR mid to long range, but having DMR is a good 3-hit kill at longer ranges. I'm wondering at short range if it's going to be a 2-hit kill. If that's the case, because most of the time DICE makes it, you know, 2 to 3. 2 up close, 3 at long range. Because right now it's 4 up close and 3 at long range. I don't understand what they mean by they're going to make it 3, because it's already a 3. But maybe it's a slight buff at longer range. They'll just increase the minimum damage. But we'll see. But the reduce in accuracy might be the key. It might actually be the key if they actually reduce the overall recoil, because the recoils are pretty high on most of the DMRs. They got a major bump up compared to Battlefield 3. Also, they're going to pump action shotguns. They're going to increase the accuracy on pump action shotguns. Now, the pump action shotguns are the 870, the Hawk, the Spaz, and the UTS-15. They said while on the move and aiming, these guns need a better accuracy, and the reason why is basically they're not all the barrels and grips are available to enhance accuracy for these weapons. So they're going to double the accuracy for this. And a lot of the pumps do have good accuracy. The Spaz and 870s are one of the great. UTS is amazing. So is the Hawk. So they're going to really, these are going to be, your pump actions are going to be your high accuracy, lower fire rate weapons. So I'm really glad to see that. This will also change how pump actions should use with slugs, a more viable medium to close range, and also be more accurate. So I'm really kind of interested to see that. Slugs are kind of been not real great with the defensive perk. There's one nerf to the carbines, and that's the MTAR. They are going to reduce the long range damage to make it more in line with the carbines. Right now, the long range damage on the MTAR is the same as assault rifles. It's kind of high, so yeah, it's basically overpowered, and they're going to reduce it to make it balanced. And I knew that was going to happen. It just hadn't happened yet. In general, they said there was some general stuff that they were going to do. One of those, they were going to, with the heavy barrel, they were going to increase the accuracy on the move. And I did not know this. It was actually the heavy barrel didn't. I mean, there's been some controversy about it not being the greatest, because it kind of it got a increase in recoil compared to Battlefield 3, but they're going to increase the accuracy while on the move for it. I mean, I know it increases accuracy. but at the cost of 50% increase in recoil. So I think that was good that they're going to increase more of the recoil, but while you're moving and firing. So I think what they're going to, what the problem with that is, apparently it's a bug. When you hip fire and you transition to aim fire, it retains the hip fire accuracy. So I did not actually know this at the time. I didn't even know that this was even a bug. But yeah, you can actually be hip firing and aim down sights, and it will just maintain the hip fire accuracy. They said it makes players basically it makes it while you're aiming down sights when you do that transition very inaccurate. I mean horribly. And they said it's most prevalent on LMGs, and so you know, and this is when people basically panic fire, and I did not realize this. So I mean I'm glad that they're going to fix this. Something else that they're going to do is they're going to fix the synchronized timing while aiming down sights for sniper rifles. Now, I don't know if you know this, but this is a bug, and I knew about this. When you fire a shot, your first shot, and then when you cycle the bolt, and then you fire your second shot, basically fast as possible. The second shot, after you cycle the bolt, it will deviate because you fire it so fast. Well, there is a small delay in there, so they don't allow quick scoping because it's not technically realistic. People don't quick scope in real life. That's make-believe COD thing, which I know that they're Black Ops 2 and Ghost have kind of tried to get rid of it too. But but the synchronization in it is so delayed. You have to wait seconds after recycling the bolt to fire the second shot. I've done it before. I fired a shot, cycled the bolt, aimed at the next target, and then fired, and my shot just goes way off, and I'm like, what the world is going on? And that's the reason why is it's because the synchronization is way off. And so they have found out that that they need to tune this synchronization, so they're going to fix it, but still where it's not possible to quickscope it, but it's just going to be a little bit better. So I'm kind of glad that they're going to do that. So that's definitely something that I think is needed. Some of the pistol tweaks that there's going to be coming along real quickly. The 1911 is going to be increased in accuracy. They wanted to do this because a lot of people would take the compact 45 because it has better ammo, and the 1911 and the compact 45, they basically have both same damage stats. Just the 45 has more ammo. So I think that was definitely needed. I use the 45 a lot. I've used the 19 quite a bit too. So and I think that was good to give them unique characteristics. Also, the close range damage of the 1911, the QSZ92, the FN57, the CZ75, and the compact 45, all these pistols, they're going to increase the close range damage. And the reason why they're doing that, if someone's wearing the defense perk that has the body armor, they want to be able, the pistols basically bypass it. So that's definitely a plus. So we're going to see better damage up close. So there's going to be an increase in damage there. The FN57 and the QSZ92, their longer range damage is going to be increased to help properly bypass the body armor or defense perk at distances. And also the CZ75 at long range, it's going to give it a more of a distinctive role compared to other handguns. So it's going to be more of a long range gun. And I don't think I've tried that gun, but I'm going to be really excited to try that because that one's going to be more of a long range handgun. And that might be really useful. So it's going to have really good long range characteristics. They're also, for a second time, they're going to reduce the delay in the trigger on the bullet firing on the Rex and the 44 Magnum. The Magnum is horrific. The Rex is not so bad. I've used them both. They said they want to do the delay to represent the way the weapons work in real life. So I know I've used both of these guns, and to be honest, the 45-4 is almost unplayable. and I know they've reduced the delay at least a little bit, but now they're going to reduce it more. The capacity on the QSZ92, it's going to be increased around 20 rounds to to show the accuracy, what the weapon has in real life, the amount of ammo in real life. And also they want to reduce the recoil of the 92, kind of give a clear difference between the F and 95. And there is a small error with the compact 45 when crouched or prone. You become less accurate. That's a accuracy error. They're going to actually fix that. So that was going to also be fixed. So I'm kind of glad that they're balancing. There's usually opposite for one for another on the pistols, like the 1911 compact 45. They both fire 45 caliber rounds, but they both have similar stats if you actually look at them. But I mean, and like me, I always took the 45 because it just had more ammo. But now they're kind of starting to go through and say, okay, let's make one more accurate, one have more ammo. So you get a trade-off. You want one or you got another. And I'm liking that going through, and with all these different weapons, they're starting to have the counterparts to each of them. They're balancing each of them. So now you can pick which ones do you want. So I'm really starting to like that. I haven't done any pistol reviews, but I think after this, I'll probably want to do some pistol reviews. So, well, that is all the tweaks and announcements I have right now bringing up. I'm really looking forward to February. I think the game time February rolls around is what the game should have been when it should have been released back in November, end of October. So I am going to be really excited for this. So definitely there's more stuff out there. I'd like them to see tweak body armor. Not the body armor, but the teamwork. The field perks. The field perks. There's definitely some wonky field perks out there, but we'll see. We'll time will tell. I mean, they're putting out tweaks left and right, but well, guys, that's all I have. And if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. And I want to thank everyone, and catch you guys later. Bye bye.